Gavin Newsom is, of course, the governor of California. Newsom is there. Newsom has flown out to Davos. And guess who he's meeting with? George Soros' boy, Alex. Here's a picture. This was posted by Alex Soros in the last 24 hours. Fellas, if we can pull this up on screen. Alex Soros is out there. And he says the following, photo with Gavin Newsom. Great catching up with the real star of the 2026 World Economic Forum, my friend Gavin Newsom. So glad he's here, calling out world leaders for believing appeasement works when it comes to Trump. It doesn't. It only emboldens him to become more chaotic and destructive. You understand what Alex Soros is saying? Look at this picture of these two idiots. Alex Soros is saying that world leaders who work with the president of the United States are leading to chaos. I'm sorry, what? That's the duly elected leader of our country. He represents our shared interests here as American citizens. We should want world leaders to bend to his will. That's world leaders bending to our will. That's not chaos. That's order. That's a world that's rightly ordered around the priorities of freedom-loving, prosperity-loving American citizens. And once again, you got Soros rooting against it. So here's Alex Soros meeting with Gavin Newsom. And he's saying that Newsom is there because he wants to counter Trump. That's a sitting governor of California. That's an American state, to be clear. Rooting against President Trump and rooting for our adversaries. It's just insanity. It's just insane. So Alex Soros says world leaders could take a page out of Newsom's book. It's time to stand tall, stand firm, and stand united before it's too late. So there they are, standing together. Now, Scott Bessent saw all of this, and he thought, this is crazy. So speaking of bitch slapping, here's Scott Bessent bitch slapping Gavin Newsom. Take a look. Cut 7.
Governor Newsom, who strikes me as Patrick Bateman meets Sparkle Beach Ken, may be the only Californian who knows less about economics than Kamala Harris. He's here this week with his billionaire sugar daddy, Alex Soros. And Davos is a perfect place for a man who, when everyone else was on lockdown, when he was having people arrested for going to church, he was having $1,000 a night meals at the French Laundry. And I'm sure the California people won't forget that. And I can tell my message to Governor Newsom is the Trump administration is coming to California. We are going to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse. And I was told he was asked to give a speech on his signature policies, but he's not speaking. Because what have his economic policies brought? Outward migration from California, a gigantic budget deficit, the largest homeless population in America, and the poor folks in the Palisades who had their homes burned down. He is here hobnobbing with the global elite while his California citizens are still homeless. Shame on him. He is too smug, too self-absorbed, and too economically illiterate to know anything.
Thank you very much.
Let me know if you need any further clarification.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. My man, Scott Bessent. Are you listening to this? That's so good. It's ridiculous. There used to be an expression for international politics as it relates to American politicians. There used to be an expression, which is politics ends at the water's edge. In other words, you don't take your domestic political squabbles overseas. We demonstrate a unified front. That way, when we deal with international interests, we deal with it as American citizens. So you have deference for the president of the United States. But here's what's happening. President Trump goes overseas. He's trying to fight for American interests. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom sitting in the cheap seats, hanging out in the peanut gallery with Alex Soros, plotting against President Trump. And so what's Scott Bessent going to do? Beat him into a pulp. Good for Scott Bessent. Way to go. It's just hilarious. I just love that clip.